Hello, and welcome to Saffron Honey Chai. And we're here to talk about Superman. Yeah, that's right. The movie sensation of the summer, a true recession indicator because the movies are really good again. And I have a guest with me today. So let's find out who you are and what you thought about it.
My name's Rebecca, my lovely friend. I thought Superman said a lot. We gonna get into it, but I would go and rewatch it again, which isn't something I could say about a lot of like American movies. So like,
This is so true. This is one of the few, like this year has been really good for movies, but this is one of the few movies I'm like, okay, twice actually isn't enough. We need to see a third time, maybe a fourth time. It was this one and it was Sinners.
Sinners was pretty good too.
It was amazing.
You heard they're making Sinners too, right?
He's not going to be in it. The director is not going to be involved, so I'm not as
We need to
interested.
scrap it immediately.
Scrap it right now. But the next Superman is going to have James Gunn still, so I'm satisfied.
He's such a pretty man with such blue eyes in his hair.
James Gunn is the director.
That's Tom's Bateman?
No,
No.
it's a last name Corin Sweet. I forgot the first name. Corin Sweat.
Okay.
Yeah.
James Gunn did his thing though.
He did do his thing,
I'm
but
just
he's a
calling him
real
pretty boy.
hardcore comic book fan. I think he's quite pretty as well, in a sense.
I haven't seen him. I've just seen Superman and his pretty blue eyes.
Oh my gosh, the way he was so emotional the whole movie, but still being like the toughest person there.
Like his the emotional capacity that he had is just like
Yeah.
wow.
He was
Like you approached you got the female gaze and we see you, we appreciate you.
He did, and those tight slacks, golly.
The female gaze appreciates it.
I just love his approach to the Superman character because for a long time in Superman content, it's either been I am a god and I am better than you all and I have to protect you guys because, I know what's right. But this is a real Kansas farm boy. He definitely Sunday school, chucking bales of hay, taking care of Mom, Pa Ken, just doing the best that he could for justice and righteousness in the world without being like, oh, I'm better than you. His only line is like, we have to protect life.
Yeah, very I serve humanity, and that man was barefoot on the in Kansas, so we just know this was him in his element,
His element. The grippers.
toes and all.
The grippers were actually a little bit frightening to me. I was like, oh, jump scare. Put up a sensor bar, please. I love that the dad was the mushy one, though. The mom was like, oh, they're so mush. Like, aw.
I love it when dads show emotion.
The dads are the ones who baby the kids the most, though.
100%, yeah.
Like, if the dad is the one, he's like, no, don't pierce the baby's ears, please. No, she's crying.
They're just like, it's okay, honey, it's okay. And
It's
then as soon as
okay.
they're done, they're like
It's like,
looking at the mom like,
I'll
why'd
never
you do
forgive
this?
you for this.
You made our child go through this hardship at such a young age.
Yes. And he was right there with Clark as he was going through. He was like, my parents sent me to do this and I'm not who I was anymore. And it's like, no, that's the point. You are who you choose to be. It doesn't matter what anyone told you you have to be. I remember he said, I think what you wanted it to mean means more than what it actually meant. Mm-hmm.
He was dropping some good lines.
He
man.
was like, parents just give you the tools to be who you're going to be, and we don't tell you how to do it. And I love that because a lot of parents, they want to make you
Shape you, mold you to how they want to see you in the world.
I want my kid to be this and that. They're sharing their controversial parenting takes online. And it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good you raise your child or how badly you raise your child. They're going to be who they are. And luckily, they got to see their child be one of the best people.
It really made me tear up at the end when he's just like, show me the video of my parents, and it's just don't
Him
even look
growing
at me, man.
up. But I think that means like his identity got
Yeah.
healed during the film because he, as like the last son of Krypton, that being your identity, you're watching this video, you can't even understand. There has to be a translation because he's not Kryptonian. He's an American boy. He doesn't know any of that. So
Kansas, born and raised.
Kansas born and raised.
Well, not really, but raised.
Kansas raised for sure. So he had no connection to that. And he was just like aspiring to them because that was all he knew, and they seemed to be so high above where he was. And then to realize that, oh, y'all are space racists? This is scary. What? And they typically don't go in that direction with Superman's parents. Like
They went there and everyone was like,
yeah, because take as many women as you can to spread your what? lay down anyone who stands against you. Oh no, not baby's first genocide. Imagine imagine thinking a baby's gonna do it. And that's why Kara's there as well, because she was older, so she was supposed to teach him all the stuff. Because she was 13 when she got sent down in some iterations.
All she did was say thank you, bitch, to him. But
Yes, after she came back from her drunk bender. But no, she was really supposed to be like the person who guided him. But because like their ships came just off, now he was the one who was grown when he got there. That's why she like appears slightly younger than him. So she came as a teenager. She grew up a little bit, but he was grown by the time she appeared. Even though her parents sent her down, I was like, listen, you got to take care of him. Your aunt and uncle sent him down. Make sure he learns all the Kryptonian ways, learns all our culture, all our religion, because they have like their own religion. Yeah, they worship the sun god Rao, and they have a whole series of rituals related to Rao, including like some pretty specific funeral rites that are technically impossible because she's the last female Kryptonian, and it has to be done by a female Kryptonian. So like when Superman dies, she can do his funeral rites if he wants a Kryptonian funeral, but no one will be there for hers.
You're talking, all I'm hearing is like inspired by Hinduism because sun god.
Right.
And usually the men of the family can only like do like the funeral rites. Yeah.
What?
Like they have to cut their hair and everything. Like a girl can't do it.
Whoa.
I mean, Slay because we get to keep our hair, but also.
I did not know that. Yeah, they have like a special. I don't know the specifics of it.
Yeah.
But they have a special funeral rite, and they can only be done a certain way.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh my God, wow, cultural competency for the win. And that's like a real language, the Kryptonian that we heard. They like design different languages to go with them.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, they designed the different languages to go with the storylines because this is like a thing. There's how do I describe them? They're like linguists who make up languages for like they call conlangs. They make up languages for shows, so like Klingon, Kryptonian, Valerian, things like that. They create them because otherwise people would just be picking languages that already exist, and they have conversations about that. It's like, oh, what can't we just use this language that no one really speaks? It's like, that's someone's culture. We can't do that? That's crazy. So
Do you think that they use this same linguistic for like the show Supergirl because there were also like different?
I think they use like similar because it's never like you're never seeing the whole show in Klingon. You're seeing like messages, bits and pieces, and hearing some things, but it's not all the same because it's a different person each time, and there's no like strong community around Kryptonian. Like I mentioned Klingon earlier, apparently there's like a really strong Klingon community. They had a conference last week as of this filming, and my bestie's partner went and goes to every Klingon event every year, and he is extremely knowledgeable about it, from the grammar to everything. And I didn't know you could be fluent in like a language that isn't really existing, but like it exists. And if they want to add new words, they have to like.
He's gonna be a Rosetta Stone up in that bitch.
No, because he already knows so many languages. But like, man, and you have to like submit questions. Like if you want like to change like anything about the language, you have to submit it. So for sourdough bread, you have to submit a potential change, and then they have to agree. Like a council for the language has to agree on it, which I think is pretty interesting because language is so strong culturally, and to see like a conlang build a culture around it, it really draws out like the way that language was a real hindrance for Superman to actually match with the Kryptonian. Because the whole thing is like, actually, I'm a human. Like, I have the power. I get strong from the sun, but like, I'm a human being.
Yeah, the translation kind of made me a bit sad because it's like I wish that he was able to understand it, but at the end of the day, I know that he wasn't able to. So just like the whole when the 360 of him like towards the end when it's just like show me the video of my parents, I was really happy that they showed his parents from Kansas, the ones that like raised him and everything, because I'm just like, this is the language you understand, this is the language that you're comfortable in, this is the language that you're raised in, that you can love in, work in, all of the types of things. So I was really happy about that
and
one.
the things they were saying to him in that one, it's like you're seeing everything for the first time, because he really is getting everything for the first time, because he's not just seeing everything for the first time as a child, he's seeing everything for the first time as like basically an ambassador from an old world bringing his energy, his love, his care to a new world. So everything he does from here on out is something no Kryptonian before him has ever done before.
100%, yeah. Discovering a whole new world, learning and like learning how to go through it, and like with a new set of parents, it's just like
And
whoa.
loving it and making peace on that planet where it seems that was not the case historically.
It was not a part of their agenda. The priorities did not have that in it.
Did not have that in it. I was also pretty surprised about the Justice Gang, because usually they don't put Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific together. They're usually like part of like the greater Justice League. Yeah. Well, I mean, not Guy, because no one likes Guy.
When I found out who, like, when we were in the movie,
Yes!
they tried to piece who Guy was. We're like, we know his face, and then we're like, that's Nolan from The Rookie.
It is Nolan from The Rookie, Cop Cutie.
And the haircut was terrible.
The haircut
but-
was terrible. He's actually supposed to be a redhead, so that probably,
Oh.
yeah, because Guy Gardner is a redhead. He's supposed to be ginger.
I'm not sure how I feel about him being a ginger.
I think it would have looked horrible with that same,
It would have been worse. This
It
is
would've
like
been
a,
worse.
I guess a nice middle.
yeah. If only there was a middle part.
It was this bowl. It's like giving like when like the old time haircuts that your parents give you when they put a bowl.
I think he did a great job though with the role, because it's sort of like nonchalant and
Yeah.
like, listen, man, we're doing it my way. And I do think that fully like encompassed the whole Guy Gardner persona, because he's always like that, just irreverent, rude, but has the full willpower and strength of character that you're supposed to have as a Green Lantern. So even though like everyone hates him and he sucks, it's like at the very least, Oa knows that he's that guy. Like he's the person you can rely on.
This is true.
So even if you think he's like sucks,
He brought like a light to it too, because it was very like, you're a sassy man, aren't you?
he was so sassy. He was like, we're not affiliated. Da, da, da. But in the end, he was like, fine, let's
we
do
got
this.
But also, can we talk about Mr. Terrific? Because I need to see more of him being the badass he is. Like, I need to
Yes.
see all of his spin-offs. I need a show. I need a separate movie. I need all of it now.
He's actually a really cool character, because he's the second Mr. Terrific for the DC universe, not the movie universe, but the DC universe in general. Because the original Mr. Terrific was like a white guy with superpowers, and he actually like had powers. He wasn't just super smart. But this is so crazy. That Mr. Terrific and this Mr. Terrific met when Mr. Terrific was about to like kill himself. He, like the black Mr.
He
Terrific.
like passed it on.
Okay, so it's like this.
Okay.
So he was old, the old Mr. Terrific. He was old. He was, he was tired. So he was gonna keep living his life and just be an old guy. But he came across our current Mr. Terrific and saw that he was ready to give up, because our current Mr. Terrific had lost his wife and child in a terrible accident, and he was ready to die, because he'd always been very intelligent. He was like a super genius. So he was like, yeah, I actually just want the pain to stop. But like you see the words on his arm, fair play. The old Mr. Terrific introduced him to the fair play concept, which is all about treating everyone with fairness and justice in the world, and enforcing fairness, not forcing, encouraging and uplifting fairness and justice in the world. And that gave him new energy to live and keep going, which I think kind of tied in when he was like, I don't want to talk about relationships in the movie, because like, listen, that's irrelevant. I lost the love of my life and my baby. I'm not trying to hear it.
Real. But like, it kind of touched me, because it kind of like revitalized him in a way. Like it brought back the, I'm not sure I would say spark, but like gave him like a bit more of like life.
Yeah.
In a way, like-
Something about having a purpose does actually make you feel a lot better, even in rough times. Like when I have a rough time in my life, I have to give myself something to do. I have no choice but to be like, okay, well, I don't know what my goal is for this next week and a half, but we better figure this out. Otherwise, I'll rot. Like I'll bed rot, or I'll just like watch TV all day, and I can't do it. So now, granted, like it wasn't as bad as that, but it just shows you that like in the media, you can really see ways to help yourself, because you don't have to become a superhero, but you have to do something, and someone can help you get to that point, because he didn't expect when he went out to do what he was going to do that, someone was going to help him, someone who had more knowledge and expertise was going to help him. And then everything just sort of worked out, and now he's the hero we all know today and love. And I'm so happy, because he's usually kind of minor, but like he's usually quite a minor character. Like
In
with,
no way did I ever expect him to be minor.
yeah, like in the Justice League and in Justice League Unlimited, he might have gotten like like half an episode or like some minutes.
Oh.
But like for the most part, besides maybe in Arrowverse, he was not getting like full shows. And even then, that was like 5 seasons in, Mr. Terrific started showing up. So
Good God.
yeah, very underloved, underutilized character. But that's kind of what James Gunn
Underappreciated, too.
does.
Yeah.
Because with Guardians of the Galaxy, no one really cared about like the Guardians. No one cared about Star-Lord or Mantis or Gamora. They didn't really have that in their mind. And even Iron Man was kind of minor. That was not like a real serious character, even though James Gunn didn't direct Iron Man to my knowledge. But he knows his stuff so well because he's really into the comics. And because he's so into it, he understands the different aspects of it and how to make it shine. And also, he has a good ear for music. So he knows how to tap into your nostalgia to make the movie really work.
No, he tied all the elements together. Like me hearing that Mr. Terrific is a minor is like a shock to me now. I'm like, no fucking way.
He's actually super minor for the most part, unless it's like his own specific comic run, because like most of the heroes have their own run, but for the most part, you're not going to see them too much. Like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, those are like the big players. Martian Manhunter, some of these people are like big names, but you're not going to see a lot of them typically like in the big screen, like on our movies that we're seeing. And even in like some of the more minor animated properties, it was really hard to see them.
I see. Interesting. Have you, off topic, but have you seen the interviews, like behind the scenes, with the character that plays, the actress that plays Lois Lane and the actor that plays Superman? Like, he's so chronically offline. Like, she's giving him, like, very online, like, references, and he's just like, what does that mean?
Oh, I love that. That's crazy. I didn't see any of those, but I just saw the interview where he was talking about his hair and how like his hair is perfectly curly, but he was terrified to say the word curly. So his hair is curly, so that little curl that came out, that's just what it looks like if you slick it back and don't slick one back.
Yeah.
His hair is naturally curly, so the hair that Ultraman had, that's his hair when it's long. That's just what his hair looks like. That's no styling or anything. That's just his hair washed and dried.
That was a plot twist for...
That was, yeah.
Well, for me, I'm not really involved in the comics, so I was just like, you're battling yourself?
So,
it was you behind the entire time? Hello?
I do also think it was sort of an interesting take on cloning, because typically if something's cloned, it would at least have some kind of sentience or consciousness. Like it would know things. But he had to be guided to do the most basic sort of fight. And then when the
A5, B6, and we're like
1A, 1A, 1A.
And he was going in, he was like, just knock him down.
Burn. Like but he didn't know what to do. And I think that was a real detriment in Lex's plan, because if he had, I think he basically lobotomized him, because you're going to have some level of intellect. Even if you're a clone, you have to learn things.
Yeah.
You have to like pick things up. But I think he was so determined to have like a physical to go against Superman that he couldn't come up with the fact that you need something like whole. Because if you give something education, it becomes its own being.
It almost felt a bit robotic to me, because I'm just like, why are you... You act like you're inside him, ready to control him and everything. You might as well just have the...
Oh, he wanted to be inside him, all right. I said what I said.
You do.
I'm sorry. He wanted that cookie too bad. Why are you looking at him like
The entire movie was
biblically
crazy.
fearful? Come on now. It was really bad. I've never seen anything like that in all my days.
The way he craved for that man and just got so giddy in his presence, it made him sick.
It was bad. It was bad. It was like, okay, you're doing all this evil stuff just so you can feel better than this guy. And this guy he doesn't care about you. He's not thinking
Not at
about you.
all.
He's thinking about doing good things in the world. At no point in time during his like quest for justice and righteousness in the world did he think, wow, I wonder what Lex Luthor's doing today. But every day he was like, look at him flying around menacingly.
It was crazy the way he needed him.
Broke into his house. He broke into his house.
Stole the dog and everything.
Stole the dog with his clone, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna figure out a way to make everyone hate you.
It's like he was not thinking about you this hard. He didn't even he didn't even think about you until you came into the picture, because you were thinking about him that bad.
And he's like, oh, your obsession with me is actually getting a little bit disturbing now. You're not my type, baby. I don't think you have a type other than that and random arm candy that wants to destroy you.
He's strictly sexual orientation is Superman.
Superman. Literally, because he wasn't even doing anything with the girls besides putting them in prison. besides putting them in prison. That was actually kind of crazy because like he just had money and he was doing all this evil stuff. So imagine who he would be if he had money and then superpowers.
I mean, well, we have seen what money and power can do.
Well, I mean, well,
Yeah.
yep. I mean, yeah. In the real world, if you open up a newspaper, you'll see that. But luckily, the problems we have in our planet right now can fly through walls and punch through your chest.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, but also fortunately, no. That'd be so scary. Imagine if Jeff Bezos could kick you in the chest so hard your heart would fall out.
He needs to just leave immediately. People at Italy don't even want him, please, or
it's really hard because I don't know. Like in fiction, you see the billionaires and they're like, oh, like Bruce Wayne, he's always donating stuff. I mean, he's beating up poor people in his spare time, but he's like donating stuff and trying to enrich his community in honor of his dead parents. But like in real life, billionaires, they're doing that a little bit, but for the most part, it's like, we got any more oil money? I want to get another yacht.
oil resources.
Like oil, resources. It used to be spices, and now it's all that dinosaur blood. Everybody want that dinosaur blood.
Dinosaur blood is crazy.
That's what oil is. It's basically dinosaur. It's like dinosaur body, because they died so long ago. All their corpses are like transformed into a resource that we can use. So it's like crude oil. You transform it into gasoline and all these other byproducts, which is why everything's made out of plastic. Plastic is like the major byproduct of oil.
I feel like my mind's been blown. But...
Yeah. That's kind of why, and it's so cheap and readily available. But like, I mean, there was a limited amount of dinosaurs. Like, granted, they had a really long run, but there's like a limited amount. So now, after hundreds of years of industrial revolution, like we're about to have a real big issue.
This is heavily true.
This is heavily true. I kind of wish we had somebody, hell, even a supervillain, like if Poison Ivy could come out and be like, protect the planet real quick. I would prefer that.
Protect heavily right now the nations.
Please. I can't take it anymore, I fear.
There's just so much injustice being done. I just need one supervillain, one superhero just to like emerge.
Just like, okay, I'm sorry. I was hiding out for a little bit. Let me just
I was just chilling too much, but like, let me get back to business.
Yeah, right. I gotta get back to the studio. Come on now. But I think times like this make us see that we can actually be our own hero. Like, there's little things we can do that can improve the overall conditions in the world. Like, of course, we can't single-handedly stop what only 5 business magnates are doing in the world, but we can do minor changes that have big effects. So we can take care of our local community, because that's what would Superman do?
This is true.
We can take care of humanity. We can volunteer at the soup kitchen. We can be good to our fellow man. We can like go to the library, make sure they get their benefits and their books. Shout out to librarians. Y'all showed me a lot of love the other day. Thank you so much. Like, there's a lot of things that we can do to actually improve our world bit by bit. But I think a lot of people, they get discouraged because it's like, well, I can't do that. I'm not a superhero. I'm not a supervillain. I can't do it. But I think that is an illusion, because there's so much that you can do, but you can't see it because you're looking at what you can't.
This is heavily true. I was watching, because we're chronically online.
Oh.
I was watching a bunch of TikToks, and I was just like it was saying that let's say 5 gallons of water have been donated to this specific community, and it was just like, you can see that it says like Bushwick, New York on it, and I'm just like, you just followed where your money led you, and it led you to like helping a very very starved community.
Aw, that's beautiful. What do you know where it went?
I do know where it went.
Where'd it go?
It went to Palestine.
Hey, oh yeah, they're really enduring a lot of hardship right now. Oh my gosh.
Too much. And the language terming of what they're going through, it's been changed. So now it's not what the people that are supporting are calling it one word, but they're introducing a new term, which is what the oppressors were doing to them. They're basically rebranding what they're doing.
Yeah. So they're like turning a trade embargo type of situation to being something else.
Yeah, they're like, it's not what the media is calling it. We're telling you what we're experiencing, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is it.
Oh my God. And food insecurity and water insecurity in the world is a really huge issue right now. And unlike the Jar Emporias, they don't have someone to like come in.
No one will be like, Superman.
No, please. Nobody's coming. But
But we can
water
try
from Bushwick is coming.
Yeah.
And water from other parts of Queens is coming.
And also speaking up, like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of subway videos and on the roadside when like especially men going after women.
Oh. Like a
Could-
group of men going after women?
Did you see that subway video where that?
Oh,
like,
yeah, he was kidnapping the girl?
in broad daylight.
Yeah, that was crazy. Thank God the cops were guarding the turnstiles, though. That was really important.
But
you
it
know?
was like a group of civilians that like beat the
Yeah.
shit out of him. Like, nah, you gonna steal this
That's
20-year-old
my
girl.
New York,
and, like,
though. That's my New York. That's my New York.
we don't condemn the jet ski in the rivers, but otherwise that it's a whole thing, girl. I was like, we're jet ski. Do you know how dirty that was?
Jet ski?
Jet skiing?
I fear I'm scared now.
We're cooked.
We are cooked. That's actually really bad.
We're cooked when political leaders can go on a podcast and just talk.
No, please don't do this to me.
I
Don't
saw
do
it. I
this
was
to me.
like, what does this world come to? Like it's hopeful because like we have so much like great creators like James Gunn, as you said, that's doing like that's really like inspiring us to really like stand up and like volunteer and go to the library and speak up against like injustice. But then like the reality of the situation comes crashing in, and it's like, oh, how can I?
How can I?
It's a very delicate balance.
But you can.
You can,
There's a lot we can do.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So
You
what are we
find
going to
it.
do this week?
Well, we are
Yes.
going to use. We're going to use our library card to get the cultural pass. We're going to museum. It's going to be great. And then we're going to go support our local coffee shops in Astoria. Shout out to our mayor. He put us on to the Little Flower Shop. We're also checking out Elevensies because matcha.
Matcha, indeed. Wow. Okay, I forgot we actually literally had plans to use resources in the city. Whoa.
It's literally 2 days from now.
I literally forgot that we actually had plans. But yes, you know, and not to be preachy on y'all, because I tricked y'all. We started talking about Superman. Now we're talking about world issues. Sorry about that. But I mean, there's little things you can do, even if you don't have any money or you barely have any time and you're very afraid of prison. I understand that. I too fear jail. So what you can do is go out there and see what needs doing in your community. Even if that just means picking up like trash. You pick up some debris and rubbish that people dropped rudely, put it right there in the local city trash can, and move on with your day knowing that you did do something to markedly and noticeably improve the world. Even if you're the only one who sees your improvement in the world, it is felt, and it puts you in the right mindset to continue doing good in the world. Even if evil is out there, so is good, because you're there. And as long as you're there, even if there's no Superman, we still got each other.
You matter, guys.
You matter, guys.
You're loved.
You're loved. And thank you so much for joining me, Rebecca. And thank you so much, James Gunn, for giving me the one good Superman film that
been-
was a live
we're
action. We were
rewatching it.
dying. We were dying. It was really
We
bad.
were actually in a theater full of school.
Of school children. Some of those scenes they should not have seen, but
They went when at the end when the two main characters were kissing, the entire and I got like a tad bit of it, but it was hilarious. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
And we have rewatched it, so.
And we have rewatched it, and we'll rewatch it again, God willing. But y'all be good now, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for
Stay
tuning in.
cool.
Like, comment, subscribe, please. I want that YouTube money.
Saffron honey chai.